What's up all? Big Light here, and I showed you my Space Ninja build just the other day, and there's a new Lost Sector today, so I thought it would be fun to just show you guys some runs on the Lost Sector, just to give you guys another idea of how this build works in real time. And this is with, guns of choice. The artifact is all filled out and stuff, but I'll show you all in each of these runs. I'll hover the build, and then I'll hover each of the items that I'm wearing, and you can see we're going to start it off with 2 runs with just my favorite set, except I took out the rocket pistol and put on a fusion rifle, because this fusion rifle is it's crafted, which is nice, so anybody can get it, and it's also extremely powerful, really fun to use. It absolutely melts champions. So let's get right into it. You'll see that I'm using the scatter signal, the palindrome, the dragon's breath. Like I said before, the dragon's breath is by far my favorite exotic weapon to use with the build. So that's what I'm using here, and I'm just going to show you. The build is the standard, just exactly what I showed you in the video the other day. We're going to throw it on master, so we're going to be 15 power levels down, and then of course the palindrome right now, not one of the elemental types that gets a buff, but the gun is so strong that it's still good, right? And when you get radiant, obviously it does plenty of damage. So let's get after this thing. Each of these runs is going to take, like, I don't know, 3.5, 4 minutes, something like that, I think. And we're killing everything in here. We're not just running through and skipping everything. We're actually just killing all the bad guys and doing the run in a few minutes every time. So it gives a good idea of just like what the build can do, what it's good at, and mostly that honestly it's flexible, because I'm going to do it with my favorite loadout here and just show that like you don't have to totally tailor everything to what's kind of buffed and stuff, but you can do that. And the other thing that I'm going to do 2 runs where I'm using the Lord of Wolves, because I know that's really powerful right now. People are really liking using that. It does ridiculous DPS. It absolutely melts champions if you stand right next to them and just hip fire it. So that's what we'll do with the 3rd and 4th run here. All told, all of them together, it's going to take us maybe 15 minutes to show all of them, all 4 runs. So should be a really good time. So you see we worked through the initial guys real quick, and then we're gonna go man mode on these overpowers. We're not playing around. Give them a little dragon's breath, and now the biggest thing here is be really careful not to kill ourselves with dragon's breath. That's basically the hardest part of that. And then we're gonna go back down and clear out the ads, because like I said, these are gonna be runs where we kill everything. We see the unstop is coming. We killed all the little guys. Dodge to slow him, shuriken to freeze him, and then we're going to break the freeze with our fusion rifle. Obviously the fusion rifle can get unstoppables right now through your artifact, but you don't need to. You have to aim down sight for a second to make that happen. I'm not doing that here because I'm just getting the unstops by freezing them. But you can use weapons to get the champions too. Nothing wrong with that. We're just not in this run. So again, clearing out ads. The reason I'm using my grenade, even for just like the one little guy there, is to make sure that we are getting our woven mail. So you'll see we keep the grenades coming. We're mowing through the champions, summoning all the next wave of guys here at the end. And yeah, just more dragon's breath. Always more dragon's breath. More grenades, that kind of thing. And then my scatter signal, of course, is going to melt the ever-living shit out of the boss. And we stun here, another dragon's breath, and that is going to do it. I nearly killed myself there. You can see I did the thing that I warned you guys about, to be careful about. I dropped the dragon's breath in there, and then I grappled in and nearly killed myself with a dragon's breath. Combustion. So I was really lucky when it blew up. I was just far enough away that it didn't kill me through woven mail. If I didn't have woven mail, that definitely would have killed me, but I had woven mail on, so it didn't quite kill me. So that's the first run. let's go to the second one. Alright, so second run here, we're just going to do it again with that same loadout a second time, just to kind of show, like, you know, random things can happen and stuff and whatever, it's only a couple minutes. So we're going to run it one more time on Master with my favorite loadout, with the Energy Primary, with the Dragon's Breath, and then with something that either stuns champions or nukes damage in that last slot. In this case, we got the Fusion Rifle because it absolutely nukes champions. So we're going to do it basically the same way. We're going to go in, grapple in on these first guys, smoke them up with the grapple melee, and then finish them off with Palindrome here. And, oh, in this case, we're going to get them with the Tangle. So there is, the gameplay loop is pretty consistent, but nice. I missed a stationary target there. Incredible aim. Definitely want to follow that if you can. So same thing here. We grapple past him. That's a thing that you can do to these guys kind of all the time because they'll try to get you with the little shield bash explosion thing, and you can grapple past them and they'll miss you with it. So that's always a nice trick to use on those guys. And then somehow missed a Shuriken too. So you can see you don't have to be that good with this build. I'm missing all kinds of stuff all the time. And it's still working. You just got to play decent. You don't have to play godly or anything. We're shooting the little Acolyte there, letting these guys spawn, and then we're going to follow up by going up there after those overpowers, just like we did the last time where we went in and just fought them real manly. In this case, it was a little weird because there was that slow field, that stasis stuff on the ground right there, and so I got kind of stuck standing in a weird place, but ultimately killed them both. The Unstop was up here with them, so we killed him too. So we took care of all three champions all at the same time right there, and just kind of just fought them up man mode, you know what I mean? Just walked up there, stood toe to toe with them, and killed them all. So that took care of that whole little area. We are going to go up now and fight the boss room. So two more overpowers in here. They have the, I keep saying overpowers, overloads. They have the overloads in here, but these guys, as far as overloads, are just not as bad as those Minotaurs that were in the one that I did the other day. The Minotaurs are an issue. You see I got low here, but ultimately was okay. I was able to grapple in and then dodge and pick up some orbs that healed me. So now we finally get the overpowers. Overpowers are always like the worst champions to get, but like I said, those ones are not as bad as the guys that we had, the Minotaurs that we had the other day, as far as overpowers go, or overloads. But yeah, killed the boss really fast. Same thing, we're gonna get the Unstop with Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath gets Unstops innately because it has the combustions going off, but also rocket launchers get Unstops with your artifact this season. So I do recommend you take that, because then anytime there's overcharged weapons, you buff your rocket launcher so it does more damage. So yeah, you saw Dragon's Breath was nuking everybody in there. Another nice quick run, and just kind of showcases that we can go in and fight stuff in this build, you know? Alright folks, so here we go, third run. We're going to get right into it, showing the build real fast, and this time we're going to go with, I grabbed my grenade launcher because I just love killing myself with my grenade launcher on accident. Happens all the time. It's another great way to accidentally kill yourself, is shoot the grenade launcher at somebody that's too close to you. But then, more importantly, we're going to go ahead and use the Lord of Wolves here, which I know people love, and the damage on is absurd. If you're not aware on this weapon, this is considered kind of a meta weapon right now, because it just nukes stuff as long as you can stand close to it. So it's a shotgun, so you do want to be really close, but if you are really close, the damage on it is insane. And we happen to be playing a build here that is really good for standing right next to bad guys. So we're going to go in there, and then we have my Midnight Coup that's ridiculous weapon level because I love it and use it all the time. Basically, anytime my primary is in the kinetic slot in this build, I pretty much use this gun. I love this thing. In general, I find the hand cannons are really nice for the build because they hit like nice and hard. They're good hip firing and aiming down sight. And so they make a really nice weapon for this build to kind of like do some damage, but then you're not totally like getting all of your damage from your weapon all the time, right? Because you're using so many abilities. So I just find the hand cannons to be really good. They also, I think, feel the best in the game. They always feel really slick, have really nice gunplay on them. So I personally love the hand cannons, and this one I think is among the best legendary hand cannons in the game. This thing is awesome. And yeah, you saw Lord of Wolves absolutely melted the unstop there. So same thing here. Now we're going to use the grenade launcher because I guess we just weren't close enough to killing ourselves before. But we stunned that guy, Lord of Wolves, and absolutely nuke him. And then this guy got stunned as well. So we had to get down off the thing and reload our Lord of Wolves. But again, this guy annihilated by it, right? We didn't even have a full magazine. But I got him low enough to finish even without, right? So incredible damage from that gun. And then you saw me shoot at the ads with it because I have been playing with the palindrome so much that I'm really used to my primary being on my energy slot, and so I hit the hotkey to go to energy weapon and just shot with the wrong gun. But we're ready now to go up into the boss room just like the other one, and same idea. We're just going to go in and absolutely just annihilate everything. And like I've been saying, playing right in their face, right? We're not standing around on the back. We're not being particularly sneaky or anything. We're just going right in and fighting people. The tough thing here in this one that I'm showing you is that the stasis fields that they're putting down are slowing us in, stopping us from moving, which is really rough on this build. But you can see the build deals okay with like kind of unexpected stuff like that, right? So stun him, Lord of Wolves, finish him later, bud. And then we didn't use our super there, so we're going to use it here, I believe. Yeah. So got ourselves low, but we're okay. And we kind of just fought those guys, and then yeah, I'm gonna grenade launcher what's left, and Lord of Wolves from there to kill both of those guys. So yeah, we got that, and we have this one right now has the debuff where you don't heal unless you grab those little like shiny things that the enemies drop. So that's why the healing looks a little weird on this one, but because we're fighting right in the middle of them, we're able to grab them pretty easy. All right, last run here. We are going to do one more with the Lord of Wolves and with my grenade launcher. Same idea, and just show you guys again what it looks like to play with that one. The last one we had some kind of unexpected stuff where we were standing in stasis fields and couldn't move. This one I don't recall. There might be some similar things, but let's have some fun with it, you know what I mean? This is what you get with this build as far as the able to play all kinds of different stuff because of the flexibility with the build around like weapons and things like that, and then the tankiness and the ability to fight right on top of guys if that's what you want to do. In fact, generally with this build, that is what you want to do. And so you get to use all kinds of guns like this and just enjoy kind of whatever your best or favorite weapons are. So that's kind of what I tend to do with it. I'll tailor my loadout to the activity that I'm doing to some extent if my team needs it. But a lot of times, because you can deal with all the kinds of champions and stuff, and because you're tanky and everything already, you don't really have to tailor the build to what you're doing very much. So you get to just kind of like play with what you think is fun, play with things that are guns that are just good in general. So that's what we're going to do one last time here with another quick run, and it should be, again, around 3.5 minutes, I think, just like the other ones were. We'll see if anything crazy happens in this one. I don't recall anything crazy happening in this one, so it should be pretty much like the other ones. Again, Um, the oh, there's, yeah, that was crazy. Okay, so somehow he didn't get frozen. The shuriken didn't register, and then I shot at him once when he wasn't stunned, and so wasted some ammo. So the killing him was a little weird. But again, like I said, the build doesn't require everything to go perfectly all the time. So as far as that goes, it deals with these kind of unexpected things pretty well. I was just like, oh, okay. I threw another shuriken at him, froze him, stunned him, and then did the same thing that I did to him before. So I stunned both of these guys, killed the one really fast, and almost got myself killed. That was the shield blast from that guy that did that. But ultimately, the champions, again, were killing all three at once here because they just can't fight us, right? Like, when we're in there like that and giving ourselves woven mail, severing them, you know, all that kind of stuff, doing all this damage, freezing them, blowing them up, it's too much. So this build makes good use of the artifact. You see lots of kind of strand stuff going around, and it's because when you grapple in and punch them, you're unraveling everybody, and so all those strand things in the artifact are going off. So it makes use of that. But like I said, I played this in a lot of seasons, and because of the flexibility of the build, it always makes good use of the artifact. So like that's always true, right? And that is really nice. So I got frozen by one of these guys. Again, didn't matter. I should be getting, okay, I was gonna say I should be getting woven mail on again here pretty soon, because we're in it right now. They're freezing us again. Like I said, the stasis stopping us from moving is a pain, so I killed those guys to get rid of that. And then what I'm gonna do here, I believe, is stun this guy again and get him with the Lord of Wolves once we do. There we go. We stunned him, killed him up, and then I think the guy I thought was going to spawn, and then these little dudes were down here, and I guess the boss didn't want to spawn because they were still down here. Whiffed another shuriken. Fantastic. I keep looking up there because I keep waiting for the boss to spawn, and he keeps not. We got him with that. Freeze everybody. That's just satisfying. Freezing all the ads, killing them all. You see, this rocket, this grenade launcher is actually awesome. We froze this guy, so now he's dead. That grenade launcher gets a buff every time you pick up an orb, and it has Envious Assassin, so it's reloading itself when I'm killing with other guns, and so every time you kind of pull it out intermittently like that, it just does tons and tons of damage. I love that thing. But yeah, that was another run using Lord of Wolves that time, so just to show you guys, you can use lots of different guns. You can kind of play it the way you want to play it, and either tailor your kit to what's needed, or just play the things that you like and have fun and play guns that do lots of damage and are fun to use. So hope that was fun for you guys to see. Go out, play the build, let me know how it goes, and if you guys want to see something else from Destiny or have questions about how builds work or how to make a build or whatever else about the game, let me know and I'll try to make something for you guys. Have a good one. Have fun out there.